Hey everyone, this is Hope from Pros Before Bros, and I need to fix this setting. Okay, there we go. It's not as bad. This is Hope from Pros Before Bros, and this is just an update. Just kind of discussing life and also some book related stuff. I'm possibly looking at some ideas for this channel. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But, anyways, I wanted to share this real quick. So, you know how you order something and you totally forget about it and it just kind of shows up on your doorstep like a month later and you're like, it's like Christmas all over again. So I forgot I ordered this book and I ordered it and it was actually order from the UK, and I completely forgot about it. And we all know how international shipping can be, and it never showed up, and I just literally forgot all about it and didn't think much of it. And then all of a sudden, it falls on my doorstep, and that is this book right here, and it's called Monsters, and it's by Sharon Dugar, and I don't remember where I saw this book. I think I saw it on Goodreads because I was looking at somebody's list and this book was on it, and it's basically a novelization of the life of Mary Shelley. Obviously, Mary Shelley is the author of the esteemed Frankenstein. She's one of the first pioneer female authors we had that early on, besides Jane Austen and what have you. So I was really excited about this book, and I ordered it literally a month ago, and I knew it was going to take some time to get here. Didn't realize, yeah, I totally forgot all about it. So I'm so excited to read this. I can't wait. Mary Shelley is one of my favorite authors, and her life, even though it was really, really sad, it was really intriguing what her life was like. So, yeah, I'm going to be reading this. I cannot wait. So, yeah, looks like it was only published in the UK. That's kind of too bad. But anyways, first off, let's talk about what's going on with Hope and the fact that she's not posting videos every week like she used to in the past. So yeah, let's just jump into that. So I have been having some health issues, particularly with my diabetes. I am a type 2 diabetic. I've been a type 2 diabetic since, oh God, since 2003. I was a sophomore in college when I got diagnosed officially. And it all kind of started off with me being really tired all the time, me being irritable, me being depressed. I was home for summer break from college, and I was sleeping a lot. And I got to the point where my dad was really concerned, and he started talking to my mom. He's like, I don't think it's just Hope being lazy or anything like that. I think Hope is seriously sick. There's something really wrong. My parents took me to the doctor. I got my blood work done, and they asked me at the time, do you have any diabetics in your family? My grandmother had recently passed away, and I was like, she was a diabetic. They were like, we think that might be what's going on here. So I was diagnosed. I did really good the first year. I was like taking my medication. I was only on metformin at the time. I was not taking insulin at the time. And then, of course, college happened. I went back to my junior year of college. I was becoming extremely involved with the whole community aspect of college. Really was participating in things that maybe I shouldn't have participated in, that really wreaked havoc on my health. Ignored it. It's finally caught up with me. So as you guys have known, I told you last month, I believe it was last month, that I started a new injection. I showed you guys the big pen, called Bidurian, and it's actually kind of fairly new to the market. And what it is it's a once a week injection. I inject it into my stomach. I go about my day usually what I do is on Friday evening, I will take it as soon as I get home from work because I know the repercussions is I'm going to end up being sick the rest of the weekend. And that's what I've been battling. So when I say sick, I mean vomiting. I mean the whole 9 yards. I can't get out of bed. I'm too weak to get out of bed. It's been very discouraging. It's really changed how I feel in life. And this is really emotional to talk about because I don't really talk about my health at all. But it seems like it's becoming a forefront. And I want to be honest with you when it's cases like this. In addition to the Bidurian, as of last Friday, I'm on gabapentin. I hope I said that correctly. And that is a drug that is taken for people that have seizures or, in my case, neuropathy, the starting process of neuropathy. Neuropathy is a disease that a lot of diabetics get over time. And it usually doesn't hit until you're much later in life. And unfortunately, it's kind of hit me, at the age of 36. They haven't formally diagnosed it yet, but they said that I'm on my way there. So I've been having problems with sleeping in particular because my feet hurt so bad throughout the night to the point where when I do fall asleep, I end up sobbing in my sleep and my husband wakes me up because he's concerned. So I've been dealing with that and it's scary. It's frustrating. And above all, it's depressing. So when I don't make videos, it's not because I don't love you guys and I don't care. It's essentially because either I'm so sick I can't physically find the energy to do it, or I'm so depressed because I'm so sick that I can't even function. I can't even get out of my pajamas for an hour to talk to you guys. So that's where I'm at with all of this. And like I said, it's very emotional. I'm not one of those people that like to talk about it. But hopefully with me talking about it, it doesn't only shed some light on what is going on for my viewers, for my lovely friends. I hate saying viewers because you guys are more than that. You're my friends. But I hope that maybe it's a message that will resonate to people that have similar situations like I did. With the diabetes, when I was diagnosed, like I said, I was really young and I thought I was invincible, to be honest with you. I thought it was never going to catch up with me, and it did. It is getting better. My A1C has gone down slightly. It used to be a 13, and that's really bad. That's to the point where you could stroke out. So it's not good still. The last time I checked, it was like at 10. It needs to be at 7. So it's really far off, but the doctor is confident that if I continue doing the treatment, I'm going to be fine and I'm going to get to that number eventually. So it's a daily thing. It just sucks. So if you are a diabetic, whether it's type 1 or type 2, and you're much younger than me and you're watching this, please take this seriously. That's all I got to say on that. It will catch up with you. And the ramifications of it catching up with you they're crippling. For instance, with this neuropathy or the starting process of the neuropathy, besides the pain, I can't even reach down to scratch my leg. If I scratch my calf, it hurts my feet so bad that it's paralyzing. It's just a terrible feeling, and I don't want anybody to have to go through it. Before I started really taking care of myself and watching my numbers, I was using a cane to get around my house. At 35, you shouldn't be using a cane. So take that into account. hopefully this message will get out to people that are maybe suffering with this disease, and help them see that, you know, there's other people out there that can relate to it. So yeah, I wasn't going to spend that much time talking about what's going on, but when I start talking about it, it's like a waterfall. I can't make it stop because there's just so many emotions that's going into it. And besides my husband, I don't really talk to anybody else about it. I probably talk a little bit about it to my parents because they want to be in the loop. They want to know what's going on, but at the same time, I don't want them to worry. My dad was just diagnosed with neuropathy. He's struggling with it, so the last thing I want to do is discuss it with him and have him become concerned about what's going on with me and not focusing on his treatment. So it's just, yeah, the last 2 weeks have been a clusterfuck. I mean, honestly, the last month has been terrible in terms of dealing with this. So if I'm not on, you know, putting up videos every Friday or Saturday like I normally do, or if I'm not posting on Twitter, please don't take that as I just stopped caring, because that's not the case. It's seriously, it's me trying to work my shit out and trying to be physically and mentally healthy for you guys to be able to enjoy my content. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. On to bookish things. So I wanted to talk to you guys and get some feedback on a couple ideas I have that I've been running around with. The first one is I'm looking at doing, I don't know, like if a video would be the best way to do this, but I just recently reread, if I could get it, there we go. I've reread a book that I had fallen in love with when I was probably in the 6th grade. I started off really young reading books, honestly, that were probably way too advanced for me, but it's for Fanny Flagg's Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I picked this book up. Actually, I have it on Kindle, and I picked up a new copy because I want to annotate the heck out of it. I picked this book up recently in one of my depressive moments and decided to give it a read because it is just full of so many powerful, really strong female characters. And when you're depressed, you need to have that refreshing experience. You need to have something that's going to bring you up. And this book has always brought me up at my lowest. I really wanted to do a possible book video on just all of this book itself, and maybe even do a comparison to the movie versus the book. I did a poll on Facebook just recently on my personal Facebook, my God, Hope Talk, about the book, asking what people thought, like in terms of did they enjoy the book more than they enjoyed the movie. I always like to have that comment, like that perspective. And it was really surprising. It was half and half. Some people really loved the book, while other half was very equal percentage. The other half really preferred the movie. And I would love to talk to you guys about why that is. Like, what made you drawn to one and not the other? And I just really want to discuss this book. There's just so many good details. One of the things that is a constant theme that comes up when you bring up this book is Iggy and Ruth, are they lesbians? Were they in a lesbian relationship? And it's one of those things that I think it could be interpreted either way. I find the content there very interesting, and I would love to talk about that with you guys. Now the question is how to do it. And that actually leads into my next possible venture. I've been kind of teetering around with it. Honestly, I like to talk about books on here, but sometimes with YouTube, it does become one-sided. So I know when I first started on Booktube in general, that I would love to watch the videos, but I just didn't have the time to comment, and that's the part that really sucks sometimes. Sometimes you just don't have the time to comment, or you just don't know where to begin. And with YouTube, it just seems like it's a detriment to get that content out there, to be able to have a community where you could easily talk. So I'm looking at possibly doing, besides Twitter, I don't really have much of a following on Twitter. I think I have like 41 followers on Twitter right now. Don't have much of, of a following here either, because I'm a small booktuber and I don't like to focus on volume. I want to focus on just the intimacy that comes with it, and just, I'm content where I'm at right now. But I'm thinking about doing possibly a Facebook group, very similar to what Julie from Pages and Pens does, where you can go and you can discuss books. We could possibly do a read along inside the actual group itself and have discussions that way. Possibly like discuss other books that are out, have a section where we could talk about books versus the movies, just things that, will pop up. And I wanted to see how people felt about that, especially some of my regular followers on here. I would love to hear what you have to say about that. Would you be interested in seeing that kind of venue where you could go and you could actually talk to other people about the books rather than have to leave comments here all the time? Not discouraging from leaving comments. I would love to still see your comments, but I'd like to see some more dialogue outside of the realm of YouTube. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on that. Like I said, these are just ideas that are popping up as I am working through health and through just personal development and trying to find my bearings essentially in this community. If you have any suggestions as to how we could get dialogue started besides what I've just mentioned, please let me know. Especially if you have a following on Booktube and you've been on Booktube for a while, maybe you could give me some pointers. I can tell you that I know nothing about technology. It's really crappy for me to say that. I'm not an editor of any sort. So I don't do video editing on here. I wish I could. I just don't know where to begin. And I don't know if I have the technical abilities to do it, or the resources for that matter. So I know that I have to work on that part. But let me know what you look for in terms of content and such. Like I said, I would really like to see what everybody else has to say about developing. I want to be there for you guys. I'm not here for the views or anything else. I'm here to interact and to meet new people. And I've met some great people so far and some fabulous friends that I've gained through this whole process. And one of them is Erin. Erin, if you're out there, you're amazing. Keep it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all this. And if you have suggestions and feedback, please leave comments. I am totally going to look at it in an unbiased perspective. I'm not going to get upset about any of them. There's only one way to improve, and that's to have comments here and there. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching and for continuing to support me as I go through this journey, not only as a developing booktuber, but as a person that's dealing with illness. I'm sorry I got emotional there for a little bit. It's just, it's a struggle. Every day's a little bit more of a struggle, and I'm just trying to figure out my way through it. So yeah, we'll struggle together. All right. Thank you so much, you guys. You have a good night.